Good afternoon, family. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime, and today, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So first of all, this is gonna be a long one. So sit back, just chill for a minute. This is gonna take a minute. First of all, we got DNA Designs DK77 Super Eon, the Aerobots upgrade official images. So what this does is makes him look a little more show accurate, but it gives him the face without the mouthpiece. You get new feet, new thrusters, two new shins, a chest plate, shoulder pieces, leg extenders, two new hands, new toes, brand new head sculpt with interchangeable face mask. Special ankle and heel design. And then to top it off, what's awesome about this DNA kit is the fact that you can take Slingshot, right? And attach the pieces to Slingshot, and it makes him look, just better. He looks a lot better in his super Cybertronian extra jet mode. I think this looks phenomenal. And the ankle tilt is crazy on it. It also makes him, like I said, quite a bit taller, which a lot of people were complaining about with Superion. Now, the images from last night, the new Takara teasers. Today, they went ahead and added color to them. So we get to see Hot Rodimus in his colors. We get to see Leo Kaiser in his lime minty green and white color. We get to see Missing Link Grimlock colored, and we get to see Sideswipe, Revenge of the Fallen, and I think Dark of the Moon Sideswipe in his red and gray colors. So yeah, that's cool. Then today, miniature. That's when you're too excited. Breathe. Okay. Sorry, I get excited when my room is coming together. This all feels and looks to me so wonderful. I can't wait till it dries, and then I can put the panel lines on both sides. Yeah, told you I was going to do it. So, Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, the Transformers the movie, Voyager Hot Rod. I hope they don't put all that on the box. He went up for pre-order today. He is scheduled to release April the 1st. Now, unlike, with the Age of the Primes and Walmart and all that stuff, I'm sticking with April 1st on this one. But he's $34.99, scheduled to release April the 1st. Then, on top of that, we get a look at the brand new Studio Series A-Level Deluxe Transformers 1 Orion Pax in hand. I was all for this figure. I was, and we'll see what happens if I come across him. But then I saw the pictures. And, now again, I'm not one to complain about the price tag. I feel like if you want a toy, you're going to get a toy. But, one, he's way shorter than the Studio Series Optimus Prime that we got, which is understandable. I know, because Orion turned into Optimus. But then you see the picture of him with Alita 1, and she's taller significantly. By this picture, she's significantly taller. It's just weird to see Bumblebee so short and stocky. Like Bumblebee looks like he would be the one to not mess with, as opposed to Orion. The only thing about him that I loved when I first saw this was the head sculpt. And I have that head sculpt in a box somewhere. It went with, I want to say Power Master Optimus is where I got that head sculpt. But, man, I would just switch the heads, instead of buying a whole new toy. And then, two, the other thing is that, hold on. Let me just to make sure. Yeah, he's the same height as the mainline. He's the same height as the mainline Optimus that came out. The other thing is too, I think this one is like $37.99 or something like that for a shorter, smaller toy. I don't know. You know what I mean? That might be for you, might not. I don't know, but I don't know. We'll have to see, like I said, when he pops up in the store. This is start 2025, starting off already. Now, Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you another reason why I'm so excited, because finally, today, as you see up top here, we are going to do the Age of the Primes up there once that dries. Those boxes are not touching the wall. Don't worry, I didn't mess up the box art. But as of today, I'm 10 down, 3 to go. 10 down, 3 to go. I'm going to make a video about him later. Of course, he's going to be tonight's short. I haven't even opened it yet, but I'm going to put this over here. Let me tell you, Walmart. Walmart.com. Shout out to them. Link in the description. You know it. Finally, I've got to say that this one, Amalgamous, has been... Okay, when I first saw all of them, I knew I wanted Prima because he was the first. I wanted Solus because she was the first girl. And then I saw Onyx. In my mind, I lost my mind. And I was like, the rest of them, I'll get them or whatever, but I've got to have Onyx. And he's still, next to Star Convoy, my favorite. And then I ended up getting Star Convoy, blah, 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 blah. You know the rest if you don't subscribe and then go back and watch. But ever since Onyx, or ever since this was revealed, I cannot wait to crack this open and see how many things I can possibly make. And you know me, the king is snapping in my shorts. Tonight, y'all gonna get a bunch of them out of this. Because so far, from everybody's video that I've seen pretty much 6, I want to say, I'm not gonna say that, 7, 8. 7, 8 different modes and little things that you can do with him, and pieces that separate and split apart and so forth and so on. I cannot wait to get this open. And then I'm going to try something too. I'm going to try something a little bit later where, because this is one giant weaponizer. So I'm going to take him and Shard and just see what happens. You know what I mean? Why not? But yeah, or I might try to attach him to Micronus's suit, or just mess around. But either way, I'm very excited about this, and you should be too, because the short will be dropping later. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know, what do you think of this new DNA kit for Superion? Will you be picking that up? He does look great. Where is he? Oh, let me move for you so you can get a good gander at everything. Oh, it's coming together beautifully. And Megatron just right there about to kill everybody. That might be a stop motion one day if I ever release it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know, do you plan on purchasing the DNA kit? I hate the fact, okay, now that I'm sitting here looking at it, I hate the fact that you can't see what's directly behind me. I'll work on that later on in the future. Ooh, man, that would be rough. If I got rid of the dollhouse and moved all that, that's 2027's problem. For right now, it works for me when I can just spin. How about that? And plus, this is my room. I can look at it when I want to. Yeah, I like that. Never mind. With the movie poster behind me. Oh, the greatest movie of all time. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, do you plan on picking up the DNA kit? What do you think of this Orion Pax? What's your real thoughts? Do you really, if you've got the mainline version, which I know does not have the head sculpt, that's the only problem. It doesn't have the head sculpt. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I hope, and I know they said they won't do any more movies or anything, but I hope they continue with Transformers 1 Part 2 or Transformers 2, I guess it would be, whatever they would call it. I hope that they give us a sequel to that movie. At least a sequel to close out, or to that starts where G1 starts. You know what I mean? Or I'm sorry. I want a Transformers 1 sequel that goes from that time period where the movie ended to where G1, the cartoon, starts. The end of the movie should be them crashing into the mountain 4 million years later, even though that's false. The world has not been around 4 million years. You and your dinosaurs and all that, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Bob will tell you how many years it's been. About 3,000 years. So anyway, yeah, show it crashing into the mountain, and leave it at that. And then I'd be happy. I would be happy. I still love my Transformers 1 wall. I still really, really love watching that movie every once in a while. If the PlayStation store would stop going, "Psst, hey, come play this," I'd be fine. You know what I mean? But It's something about in the winter that, isn't it weird that in the winter, like that's when consoles start dropping games for $2. I got Mega Man 11 and 20XX, and which is sounds like a snowboarding game, but it's not. It's a Mega Man clone, but the game changes every time you play it. Every time you play it. So dope. Link in the description. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, issue by the 14th Prime. You know what it is. It's time for me to go play and bust open Amalgamous. And I know, again, we were talking about boxes or whatever and box art. I'm thinking, if I cut just the picture off of the boxes, right? And just put the pictures of the 13 primes up there and then have each prime in front of it with Star Convoy in the middle. But then I got to move the on-air sign. And then I gotta take the Transformers. I was gonna hang the Transformers sign like at the very top, so that would make no difference. And I gotta take an iron and a hot wet towel to try to get the box together for StarCom. You know what? Again, that's later. Let this dry. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later on in about another hour or so with an Amalgamous preview and an Amalgamous short, and we're gonna take them apart, and then we might come back and spin the block and do a whole nother let's look at all 10 primes so far, because all we got left is Vector, Liege Maximo, and Nexus, who we better be seeing soon. Catch y'all later.